The Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole. Wow, even after seeing the film, I still have to read the title spelled out in order to say it right. Everyone I know simply refers to this as that owl movie, and I'm sure somewhere out there that's exactly what a theater marquee says. But okay, on to the review. This movie looks great, and it might be the best 3D film I've actually seen visually speaking. But overall, it doesn't succeed, even with those visuals. The story just never absorbed me, and I found my thoughts wandering during the film. Oftentimes how good it looked, but other times I simply couldn't keep up with which owl was good or bad, what exactly they were doing. There's some weird plot twists with strange elements and bats that I just don't get, and I'm not quite willing to read the books to figure it out. But the story is not exactly original. There are elements from numerous other fantasy tales sprinkled all throughout here. You've got your sibling rivalries, where the weaker brother finds a good mentor, and the superior one finds an evil mentor. We have the motherly figures, the small but spunky heroine, and of course fulfilling a destiny that's so old that in the beginning the adults feel it's just a fairy tale, but the kids are often act out these fantasies whenever they're playing of these stories, these legends passed down to them. As for other references, there's clearly a lot of Star Wars in here. When you see it, Gizzard equals the Force. Seriously. No question of that to me. And Metalbeak, with his scarred face, slightly visible through his menacing metal mask, is blatantly Darth Vader. Now, I was surprised this story was given a PG rating, because in truth, if the story wasn't about owls, but instead people, it'd be a very nasty and scary story. It's full of children kidnapped and brainwashed into becoming mindless slaves and soldiers, not unlike the film Blood Diamond. And we have scenes of attempted genocide, a lot of violent slow-motion battles with daggers and claws. And if these battles seem right out of 300, it's because the same director did both. Now, Zack Snyder went from Watchmen to this. Actually, he started with a zombie film, then 300, then Watchmen, and then this. This is definitely not a path that would make me think he should be directing a children's animated cartoon. I was kind of hoping, though, that would actually play out a little better, because one of my favorite quotes I read about this film was that it felt like a Disney movie made by Frank Frazetta. And this is actually pretty accurate, because you have the slow-motion 300-like fighting with the owls in very nasty ways. The whole film is dark, violent, and scary, and all you'll probably remember when it's done are the visuals. Should have been better. It's worth looking at in a theater, but I really can't recommend the film as a whole. I'm not even sure if little kids will like this, to be honest. I think they'll be more confused by it and won't even appreciate the visuals as much as the adults will. But there you have it. I'll give it 2 out of 5 stars.